It's crazy, right? A lot of you still don't understand what's happening. The ANC is still selling our resources. A mine, a South African mine, a South African gold mine has been sold to Canada. Okay. Now, what makes me upset about this is because they are using our tax money to fund this whole thing. So our tax money is being used, okay, to fund another country to extract our gold, okay? Right, and the ANC is doing this through the IDC, the Industrial Development Corporation. I think they said they are giving them almost 500 billion rand. That is 500 billion to extract our gold and give it to Canada, a Canadian company. Okay. I want you guys to listen to this. Please, guys, listen to this. Listen to this.
Breaking news, South Africa is about to open its first new underground gold mine in 15 years. But instead of celebrating, I do find myself asking, why is it an Australian company running this show? Westwood's Mining, based in Australia, is once sinking millions into this project. And while they promise 1,000 new jobs, I can't help but feel like we're back in 1886 and foreigners are rushing in and digging up our land and walking away richer than we could ever imagine. Now, let's lay it out, right? The mine called Qala Shallows sits on Johannesburg's Western Fringe, which is the very birthplace of the Witwatersrand gold rush that built Joburg itself. Now, the company has already mobilized contractors. They'll be mining ore, and even during the 3-year construction phase, to cash in on record high gold prices, which are prices up to 27% just this year, and trading at $3,300 an ounce. Now, Westwits has secured financing of about $50 million from South Africa's very own Industrial Development Corporation and Absa Bank. Now, this project is expected to last 17 years, producing 70 ounce annually and generating an estimated $2.7 billion. Sounds like a gold rush revival, right? But here's the problem. Who's really benefiting here? Now, South Africa used to be the king of gold. For decades, we were the world's top producer. But in the past 20 years, production has fallen by more than 70%. Costs are high. Miners are deeper than anywhere else on Earth. And some are scratching over 3 kilometers underground. And wages and electricity costs are soaring, right? So today, fewer than 19,000 people are employed in the gold sector. Compare that to the hundreds of thousands in the 1980s when apartheid's economy was powered by mineral wealth and built on the backs of black miners, right? Now, with our industry in decline, suddenly an Australian company swoops in and secures mining rights. Ask yourself, why South Africans themselves? As a Black South African, I see history repeating itself here. Yes, they promise jobs, right? And yes, they say that we're investing in the community, but haven't we heard this before? The mines of the 1800s, of the 1900s promised jobs too. It is 2025 and we're still giving away our land and our resources to outsiders while singing songs about land expropriation without compensation. Now tell me, what is the point of reclaiming land politically when in practice foreigners are still the ones digging up what's beneath it? And here's the kicker, right? African nations are no longer playing this game. Look at Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. These governments are pushing back against foreign control of resources. Some are demanding higher royalties, some are reclaiming mines outright, and they've said enough is enough. Africa cannot remain the world's pit where outsiders come to dig while our people stay poor. Yet, in South Africa, with all our history, with all our scars, with all our colonial mining, we're still granting rights to an Australian listed company like we're not lending anything. Now, let's talk about jobs, because that's the main selling point, right? Westwoods says that the mine will create 1,000 jobs. Sounds good, right? But here's the reality. Mining jobs are temporary. They're dangerous and they often limited to the lowest ranks for locals. The royal wealth, the billions flow to shareholders in Sydney and London. And when the mine closes in 17 years, the jobs disappear, right? The land is gone and we're left with polluted water and toxic dumps. Haven't we learned from the hundreds of abandoned mines across the country with leaking acid into our rivers? The CEO of Westmis Mining said proudly, "We're really the only formal company trying to start a new mine in South Africa." And to me, that says more about our governments than it does about them. Because why isn't government supporting South African-owned companies to lead these ventures? Why is the Industrial Development Corporation, a state-owned entity, by the way, lending money to a foreign company instead of empowering local Black entrepreneurs to take charge of our minerals? This isn't about goals. It's about sovereignty and about whether we control our destiny or whether we're still waiting for outsiders to show us our worth. So yes, right? South Africa is opening the first new gold mine in 15 years, but while Australia celebrates its investment, I'm left uneasy because the deeper question is this: are we building a future of true ownership, or are we still trapped in the cycle of exploitation dressed up as the language of foreign investments? Now, that is food.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here. Okay. Guys, listen to me. Anybody that still votes for this domestic terrorist organization called the African National Congress, anybody that still votes for this domestic terrorist organization called the African National Congress will be arrested when I'm the president of this country, okay? Anybody that will still vote for the ANC will be arrested when I am the president of this country. At